What's the deal, YouTube? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, I'd like to say, I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. Not letting no negative energy stop y'all positive energy. I was trying to use the mic right now, but shit flashing, shit dead. So, as you can see by the title, right, I want to talk to y'all about spiritual withdrawals, right? So we already talked about spiritual bank accounts. We talked about spiritual deposits. We talked about why you shouldn't have a spiritual awakening. We talked about spiritual awakenings in the workplace. We didn't really talk about spiritual awakening. That video was more of a rant, but in this video, we're going to talk about spiritual withdrawals, man. And I'm going to say this again. I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency, man. Not letting no negative energy stop y'all positive energy. And this video is going to be about spiritual withdrawals and things that you may be doing on a daily basis that are stopping you from getting on your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? And it's set up like this by design, too. It could be something you do every day that you love to do. Just lowering the fuck out your vibration, stopping you from connecting with the Most High, connecting from God. I'm going to do a video about that, too, right? But this video is about spiritual withdrawals, right? So, spiritual withdrawals, man, things that are lowering your vibration that you are possibly participating in on a daily basis, right? So we already know what spiritual deposits are. Spiritual deposits are things that you can do to raise your vibration, to help you deal with the negativity. Spiritual withdrawals are things that you're going to do, or things that you do that lowers your vibration, right? You know, when they lower your vibration, you indulge more into the negativity because you're vibrating low now. You're spiritually withdrawn. You know what I'm saying? So the first thing I want to talk to y'all about, and it's fresh off the dome, right? I ain't got no notes, none of that shit. Like, all these videos just fresh off the dome so I can let the energy flow, right? So the first thing I want to talk to y'all about is, there's three things I want to talk to y'all about real quick. Just three. It's part one of this video. The first thing I want to talk to y'all about is the music. You know what I'm saying? The music is a big thing, and I'm not going to give no energy to no inorganic being, but the music is a big thing that's causing people to be spiritually withdrawn, right? Because when you listen to this music, you have to understand that the music programs stuff into your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? The music programs stuff into your subconscious. And when you have these thoughts programmed into your subconscious, you're going to mess around and manifest these thoughts into your reality, right? So if you're listening to some music that's telling you to vibrate low, to smoke and to drink and to do all this low vibrational stuff, you're going to eventually manifest that stuff into your reality if you're not careful. And with you manifesting that stuff into your reality, that's going to lower your vibration. And anything that lowers your vibration is going to leave you, is a spiritual withdrawal. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual withdrawal. Because spiritual deposits are things you're going to do to raise your vibration to help you deal with the negativity. Spiritual withdrawals are going to be things that you do to lower your vibration. Now you're indulging in the negativity. So now you're listening to the music. Now you vibrating low. Now you feeling like you're a shooter, you're feeling like you a hot girl, you want to just use a motherfucker for their money, you want to just use a nigga for their money, you just want to do all this, you know what I'm saying, what your parents would call it fast back in the day. You want to do all this shit because the music is programming the stuff into your subconscious, you know what I'm saying, and it's going to make you vibrate low, and with you vibrating lower, you're going to be more reacting to things, you're going to be more you're going to be vibrating low. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to stay on track with this video. I don't want to lose my train of thought. Go like this. Nah, there's some beings right here. But with you vibrating low, that's going to make you want to indulge into the negative energy. And these little motherfucking human beings, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, anyways, man, I'm not going to let nobody stop this energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to deal with this shit on this planet, surrounded by these inorganic beings. But when you vibrating low, that's going to make you more reacting to things. Now you listen to the music, you vibrating low, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a spiritual withdrawal. It's a spiritual withdrawal. You're listening to the music because it's not telling you to do nothing positive. It's telling you to do a bunch of negative shit. And when it tells you to do a bunch of negative shit, you're going to fuck around and do that shit and manifest it into your reality. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual withdrawal. Because the spiritual deposit is things that you do, and it's going to raise your vibration. You know what I'm saying? It's going to make you feel good inside. The music is going to lower your vibration. You know what I'm saying? It's a spiritual withdrawal. And it's all set up like this by design. That's why when you go into the grocery store, it's music playing. That's why when you turn on the radio, it's music playing. And all of the music that's being promoted is promoting lust, promoting all this low vibrational shit that's going to lower your frequency and your vibration. You know what I'm saying? And it's all set up like that by design to take people off their spiritual journey. So the spiritual withdrawals are going to be things that you do on a daily basis that take you off your spiritual journey. Just like the spiritual deposits help you get on your spiritual journey, help you deal with the negative energy. These spiritual withdrawals are going to be things that take you away from your spiritual journey, have you more full of negative energy. So now you're going back and forth. The music's going to lower your vibration as witchcraft, because the music's going to program all these low vibrational thoughts and manifestations into your subconscious. And now you feeling like you a hood nigga, you feeling like you a shooter, you feeling like you all this shit, and you feeling like you all this shit in this material world is going to take you away from your spiritual journey and your purpose on this planet. And that's the whole purpose of the music, to take people off of their spiritual journey. And once you get off your spiritual journey, you're not going to be walking in your purpose. When people are on their spiritual journey, you start slowly but surely walking in your purpose on why you came down to this earth, because you start realizing the shit that you were doing in the past was shit that you weren't even trying to do, shit that was being sent to you to get into your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Shit that was sent to you to get into your subconscious. And you're going to realize that these things are to take you off your spiritual journey. And I'm not going to lose my train of thought with this video. It's just a lot of shit going on right here. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on right there with these fucking human beings. But spiritual withdrawals are going to be things that take you off your spiritual journey. And we're 6 minutes in, so I want to talk to y'all a little bit more about the music. The music is a big spiritual withdrawal, and our oppressors know this shit. The music is going to help. It's going to take you off your spiritual journey, because you're going to be thinking you all this shit, but what you really are and what you came down here to do, because of the music. It's going to have you feeling all these emotions. It's witchcraft. That's why they play this shit in the store. That's why they play this shit on the radio. That's why they put our people, the blacks and Latinos, to promote this shit. So even to the inorganic species, the music is to keep everybody vibrating low. You know what I'm saying? But it's aimed at the blacks and Latinos to keep the blacks and the Latinos vibrating low. You know what I'm saying? But the music is one of the things that's going to have you, that's a spiritual withdrawal that's going to take away from you getting on your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? You listening to a bunch of rap music, telling you to shoot at a nigga and all this shit, telling you to fuck a bitch, break on the bitch, all this shit. That's going to have you vibrating low. It's going to have you vibrating low. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to fuck around and manifest that shit into your reality, because the music, it feels good because of the beat and all this shit, and the shit that they send in the music is going to get programmed into your subconscious. And then you're going to fuck around and manifest that shit. And what you manifest in low vibrational activities, you're going to be vibrating low. It's going to take you off your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things I was talking about. That's one of the things I want to talk about. I talked about this shit previously. You know what I'm saying? I talked about how the music is a tool to use to destroy the blacks and Latinos and to have people vibrating low. But the music is one of the things that's a spiritual withdrawal, because once you get to, like I just said this shit, once you get to listening to the music, it's going to have all these manifestation, all these thoughts and these scenarios programmed into your subconscious. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel like you're this and that, and you're this and that whole time. You're not even on that. You listening to the music is making you vibrate low. And when you vibrating low, that's taking you off your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? And can't nothing stop me from giving this motherfucking message. Not an inorganic being. No inorganic beings gonna stop me from giving this message. You know what I'm saying? So boom, the music. And the second thing I want to talk to you about that's possibly having you spiritually withdrawn. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay these beings no attention, man. Pay these beings no attention. Another thing I want to talk to y'all that's possibly having you spiritually withdrawn is the food. Because you have to understand, the food, all of the food in the United States is poison, bro. All of the food in the United States, it don't matter what species you are, the food is poison. It's going to lower your vibration. That's something that's taking you away from your spiritual journey. It's keeping you, it's a spiritual withdrawal. It's keeping you spiritually withdrawn. Not even keeping you spiritually withdrawn, it's keeping your vibration low. And when your vibration is low, it's going to be harder for you to get on your spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? And the food is poison. The meat, when you're eating meat and all that shit, and I know somebody's in the comments say, oh, it says it's supposed to be eating meat in the Bible and all that shit, but what you have to understand in the Bible, besides the Bible, what you have to understand, right? And in the Bible, it says we're not supposed to be eating meat, right? It says we're not supposed to be eating meat, right? Or it says, somebody commented on this shit and said the Bible says we're supposed to be eating meat. But in the Bible, it also says our people will perish from the lack of knowledge. And if you have knowledge, you'll see that me having this neuromelanin in my skin, I'm not supposed to eat meat, because that's going to be putting dead energy in my electrical vessel. I'm supposed to eat fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? When you have the lack of knowledge, you think that we're all the same species, and you eat the meat, and it's going to make you perish, because that's what it tells you in the Bible. Our people will perish from the lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So it don't matter what species you is, right? We're all being poisoned with the fucking food. We're all being poisoned, and the food is to lower your vibration. But really, for the organic species, all the attacks aimed at us, right? So for the organic species, the eating meat, period, is going to lower your vibration. You know what I'm saying? So if you're Black or Latino, you have this neuromelanin in your skin, and you eat meat, and you're eating meat, that's a spiritual withdrawal. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to take away from you getting on your spiritual journey, because we're not supposed to eat meat. It's going to slow us down. We're electrical beings. We operate at our highest frequency, when we're only eating fruit and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? The other species can eat meat and all that shit, right? So for the other species, I'm going to tell y'all spiritual withdrawal. I ain't going to just say for the meat, for my species, right? Because we're not supposed to be eating meat, and all of the food, all of the junk food and all that shit is poison, right? So this for everybody. But for the organic species, the meat is a spiritual withdrawal. It's what's keeping you spiritually withdrawn, because the meat is lowering your vibration. If you're Black or Latino and you're watching this shit, the meat is lowering your vibration, because you're not supposed to be eating meat in the first place. It's going to be hard to get off the meat, because we've been eating this shit our whole lives. Go to the fish for a little bit, and once you get on the fish, you're going to be like, I'm going to just stop eating all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because the meat is going to lower your vibration, because we're not supposed to. When we eat meat, when Blacks and Latinos eat meat, we don't digest the shit as fast as a Caucasian or Asian, because they have a different digestive system on the inside. They have a higher hydrochloric acid, so they're able to break the food down and shit it out faster. We don't have a high hydrochloric acid in our stomach. Our hydrochloric acid in our stomach is the shit. Hydrochloric acid is the shit that you have in your stomach to break the food down, and you shit it out, you digest it. Our hydrochloric acid is not that hot. It's only hot enough to break down fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? So when we eat meat, that shit sits in our stomach, and it's just sitting there. And when you have a bunch of shit in your stomach, you're literally full of shit. You're full of shit. So your vibration is low. You're vibrating low because you got all this shit in your gut. And when you have a lot of food in your gut, it's going to affect your cognitive brain function. It's going to affect how you think, because you got all this shit in your gut. It's fucking with your brain. You know what I'm saying? So if you stop eating the meat, you will stop being spiritually withdrawn. You'll be able to raise your vibration, because the meat is lowering your vibration if you're Black or Latino, right? Besides the meat, and it's for everybody now, I'm talking to everybody now, the food is poison in the United States. It don't matter what species you is, we're being poisoned with the food, right? I just had to say that real quick, because I know somebody will say, we're not supposed to eat meat, all that shit. I had to say that because we're different species, right? You know what I'm saying? There's always going to be a comment, somebody that's new to the channel that's going to say, oh, we're not supposed to, or we're supposed to eat meat. Y'all are supposed to eat meat because y'all can operate at a high frequency by eating dead animals. If the organic beings eat dead animals, it's going to lower our vibration. If we eat dead animals, it's going to lower our vibration. The inorganic species can eat dead animals, and they'll be able to operate at their highest frequency. And even with them operating at their highest frequency, they're still not operating at our frequency. You know what I'm saying? And even with us eating meat, we're still operating at a higher frequency than them. That's why they have the music and all this shit to have us spiritually withdrawn, so we won't be aware of this shit. But that's a different video. That's a whole different topic. You know what I'm saying? I already talked about the music, the food, right? It's poison, all the food, all the sugar and all that shit. Sugar, the soda, all that, the sweets and all the junk food, all that shit's going to lower your vibration. It's going to lower your vibration. As a man, it's going to lower your testosterone, right? And as a female, no matter what species you is, right? You're a woman, you a goddess, so no matter what you is, right? What species you is, when you eat the meat, you got to understand this shit. And I was talking to the homie about this shit when I was working, right? I was telling the motherfucker, like, how they put, I'm going to tell y'all this shit. They're putting the hormones in the motherfucking animals so these motherfuckers can grow faster, and so they can slaughter this shit and feed it to you, because you want to eat chicken strips and all this shit. You want to eat meat, so they have to put hormones in this shit so they can grow faster. And they also told y'all that they're putting clone meat in society, and then they just stopped saying anything about this shit. They just stopped talking about it. So you probably buying a bag of frozen chicken drumsticks thinking that it's some real shit, and it's a whole fucking clone meat, and you eating this shit and wondering why you get in your fucking car and want to drive 100 miles per hour and just in a slow lane, or wonder why you just mad as fuck for no reason, want to cuss a motherfucker out, want to argue with motherfuckers and shit, because the food that you're eating is being pumped with antibiotics, and we don't even know how it's affecting the chicken and the cow and the pig and all this shit, let alone how it's affecting your fucking brain once you eat the shit. Because once they wash the blood off and all that shit, the fucking hormones is still inside of the meat, and you eat the meat and you ingest the fucking hormones, the fucking medication that they gave to the animal. Just like if you growing some weed, if anybody ever grew weed, you growing some weed, and before it's time to harvest that shit, you don't flush it out properly, you're gonna be smoking all them chemicals. It's gonna be harsh. So they're not flushing the fucking chemicals out of the fucking chicken. They're not doing that shit. They're washing the blood off the chicken. They fucking they shipping that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers is eating that shit. All the antibiotics, all the chemicals that they put in the chicken to make it grow. You eating that shit, and you don't know how it's affecting your brain. That shit just sitting in your gut too if you're not digesting the shit. Besides the fact that the organic species is not even digesting the chicken immediately. You don't know how it's fucking with your brain, and the inorganic species will know how it's fucking with their brain either. So the meat, the food, is what's causing people to be spiritually withdrawn too, stopping people from getting on their spiritual journey too. The meat is a spiritual withdrawal, just as well as the music is a spiritual withdrawal. And these are tools. It's all by design. These people study us. They know this. They know that they're not. They know this, but they know that there's a difference between us. And they study us. It's all by design, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is what you have to notice. You know what I'm saying? So the music is to have you with the low vibrational thoughts and manifestations being programmed into your subconscious, right? To have you vibrating low, right? That's what the music is for. And that's what's keeping people spiritually withdrawn. And of course, the music is looking attractive to us because they use our people to to destroy our people. So you will see a motherfucker that look just like you. Dreads and all this shit. But they'll have a bunch of jewelry on and shit that you can't obtain with the fucking warehouse job you got and all this shit, right? So you go doing all this bullshit, or you get to thinking all this bullshit, and you become spiritually withdrawn. You're not even on the journey no more. You want to sell drugs. You want to motherfucking hit licks. You want to do all this shit because of the music. And the music, that's what the music is for you to get influenced and want to hit a lick, for you to get influenced and want to sell some drugs to your people, want to sell some pills to your people, want to sell all this shit, want to rob your people because you see a motherfucker up because they worked hard for their shit or whatever, however they got it. That's what the music is for, to keep you spiritually withdrawn. That's why when you walk into the grocery store, you can hear music. You get back in the car, you hear music. Our oppressors don't want us to be on a spiritual journey at all. They don't want us to be tapped into the spiritual world at all, because then we'll realize, why the fuck are we living like this? This is not right. You know what I'm saying? Because once you tap into the spiritual world, you start being more conscious. You know what I'm saying? Besides all that, the music is keeping people spiritually withdrawn. You know what I'm saying? It's keeping people vibrating low. The food is keeping people spiritually withdrawn. It's keeping people vibrating low, because that shit is just sitting. And besides the fact that it's just sitting in your gut, all these fucking chemicals, I don't even want to read it because I want to eat these fucking bagels I got. I don't even want to read the chemicals on the back of that shit. I'm going to just eat the fucking bagels. I ain't even going to look. I know it got poison in it. I'm going to just eat the shit. I checked it already. It ain't got that soy lectin shit. As long as I eat some shit, it ain't got that soy shit in it, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't got too many chemicals in this shit. Usually I try to get some shit, like, you know what I'm saying? But you got to do what you got to do in this matrix, man. You know what I'm saying? So the music is something that's leaving you spiritually withdrawn. The food is something that's leaving you spiritually withdrawn. And all this material shit is something that's leaving you spiritually withdrawn too. And physically withdrawn too, because you taking money out your bank to buy all this material shit. And they promoting this shit to you so you can keep, it's never enough. You will never have enough material shit. You know what I'm saying? You will never have enough material shit. And when people see you making videos, they want to try to do the extra to get your energy. It don't matter though, fucking, we talking about this spiritual withdrawals, right? You know what I'm saying? So they want you to be trying to buy all this material shit. Okay, you got the 2013. Oh, now it's 2014. Now you want to get the 2014. Oh, it's 2024 and 2025. Now you want to get the 2026. They want to keep you buying all this material shit so you can be stuck on the material world. Because you keep on buying all this material shit, you got to keep it up. You have to pay for it. You got to do all this shit to keep it up. So therefore, you're going to be more on the material world instead of having a spiritual journey, a spiritual awakening, getting on your spiritual journey. Once you get on your spiritual journey, you're going to start walking in your purpose. And once everybody on this planet is walking in their purpose, they're not going to be wanting to pay bills and all this shit and work these jobs. They're not going to want to do that shit. And our oppressors know this shit. Our oppressors, we're not down. Y'all think we're down here to work? Like, come on now. Y'all think we're down here to work? Y'all think God put us on this fucking planet to work jobs and pay bills? Really ask yourself that shit. Really ask yourself if you're Christian and you Muslim, whatever, if you're into religion, ask yourself, you think whatever God you worship, you think that your God will put you down here to work and pay? You think your God did that shit to you? Do you think the Most High put you down here to work and pay bills? Do you think the Most High did that shit to you? Put you down here to work and pay bills? We're not down here to do that shit, bro. We're down here to walk in our purpose. We all signed up for this shit. But you have to understand the powers that be don't want you to have a spiritual awakening. Because once you have a spiritual awakening, it's going to be harder to control you. You could be like, hold on, I want to eat this shit. This shit is poison. Hold on, this motherfucker is an industry plant. She want my people to be vibrating low. He want my people to be out here robbing and killing each other, hitting the licks. Hold on. You ain't going to listen to this shit. Then they ain't going to be able to have this matrix going. You know what I'm saying? So they want to have you spiritually withdrawn with the low vibration of music so you don't get on your journey. Have you vibrating low with the food so you don't get on your journey. Have you chasing all this material shit. You got the Benz, you got the Beamer. Now you got to keep that shit up. You have to pay that car note. Even if you cash it out and pay for the shit, you driving the shit, something happen. Now you stressed out. You don't want to worry about, or now you got to worry about this and that. And you don't want to worry about no spiritual journey. You got a flat tire. You got to check engine. You got to do all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's all by design, bro. It's the matrix. All this material shit is cool to have it too, though. But you don't want to have, and at the same time, it's all the shit that I said, you can still participate in all this shit and still try to keep your frequency high, keep your vibration high. But this shit, these are all attacks. It's cool to listen to the music, but you have to know that this shit is an attack and it's something to have you spiritually withdrawn so you can be out here vibrating low. You can eat the food, but you have to know that it's poison in the food. Especially if you're the organic species, you're eating the meat, it's going to sit in your stomach. And when you have a bunch of food in your stomach, you're going to be in a bad mood. Once you take a shit, you're going to feel better. You're going to be vibrating high because you don't have all that shit lowering your vibration, all that food sitting in your gut. We have 3 brains. We don't just have this shit in our head and in between our skull. We have a brain in our stomach. We got 2 brains in our head too. We got a reptilian brain, our lower brain, our lower self that keeps us in our fight or flight. And we have our regular fucking brain. And we have a brain in our stomach. The first brain was our brain in our stomach. Because before our bodies developed, it was a motherfucking umbilical cord and it was stomach to stomach. And our first brain was in our stomach. Then our body developed around that shit. So when you're putting all this shit in your stomach and you're not digesting this shit, it's going to have you in a funky mood. You're going to be vibrating low. And they know this shit. And they tell you to eat 3 meals a fucking day so you can be vibrating extra low. Eating 3 meals a day, that's going to take you 90 days to digest that shit. 3 meals a day. If you're the organic species, you're eating meat 3 times a day. You take a shit today. You're taking the shit from the fucking meat you ate in July. It's November right now. You taking the shit from August. The shit because it takes months to digest. And with that sitting in your stomach, you're going to be vibrating low. When you chasing all this material shit, you're not worried about a spiritual journey. Because now you may have to keep it up. Now you want some more material stuff. Now you like, damn, I got this. I don't want to feel left behind. Let me get the newer Benz. Let me get the newer Infinity. Let me get the newer yada yada. Let me get the newer this and that. Let me get the bigger crib. Let me get the this and that. And it's never enough shit. It's never enough shit that you can have. You get a house, you can get a bigger house. You get a car, you get a faster car, bigger car, better car, expensive car. It's never enough shit. So I'm not gonna make this video too long. But those are just 3 things that I've noticed that's keeping people spiritually withdrawn. And I'm going to make another video on things that I noticed that's keeping the black community spiritually dead and spiritually withdrawn. But those are things that I just noticed in society, period. The music, because like I tell you all the time, you know what I'm saying? The music has everybody vibrating low. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? But it's aimed at blacks and Latinos. We have to be honest, it's aimed at the blacks and Latinos because that's all you see in the music. You don't see white girls shaking their ass like that. It's white girls out here with ass too. And Asians out here with ass too. Even though they're inorganic beings, it's white girls and Asians out here with ass. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have y'all in the music videos shaking ass like that. They have all of the black rappers and singers in the music videos shaking ass to degrade our species because they want to promote it to our species. You know what I'm saying? But the music has everybody vibrating low because with our black and Latina goddesses in the music videos, they're influencing even the human beings, the Asians, the Caucasians, all that shit, right? And it's making them want to vibrate low too. So the music is keeping everybody spiritually withdrawn. That's why society is the way it is. It's the music. It's lowering people's frequency and vibration. And the food, you eat the food, I just told y'all this shit, you eat the food, you don't digest this shit, and you eat the food, all these fucking chemicals, and each chemical has a side effect. Why the fuck does it have to have all of these chemicals in the shit? and it's a fucking bagel or honey bun. Like, damn. And that shit is all low, fucking with your vibration, your reproductive system, your mental health, all this shit. All this shit, especially when you eat a bunch of bullshit, meat, soda, all the junk food. All that shit is to lower your vibration. That's the spiritual withdrawal, keeping you spiritually withdrawn. And the material shit, trying to always keep up with these trends and keep up with society, with what society's doing, buying this and buying that and all that shit, that's going to keep you spiritually withdrawn and physically withdrawn. Because you're going to be taking money out your bank to buy this bullshit. Doing all this shit to buy this bullshit. And the more money you have in your bank, the more time you can put in with yourself. Because you feel like, damn, I could just do whatever the fuck I want to do. I could just go sit in the sun and just see what I get to know by sitting in the sun. Or just go swimming. Or just go work out at the beach or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can do all these spiritual deposits, anything. You know what I'm saying? But when you want to buy a bunch of material shit, that's going to fuck with your bank account, to your physical bank account too. You know what I'm saying? As well as your spiritual bank account. Because then you're going to keep on wanting to buy more shit. You're going to keep on wanting to get material shit. Then you're not going to be thinking about no spiritual nothing. You're going to be all in the physical. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. And it's never enough. Once you fuck around and get into a situation, you buy a 2024 Mercedes. 300, and once you drive the shit off the lot, it depreciates. And then 364 days later, it's going to be another fucking Mercedes out. And then you got this shit. Now motherfuckers looking at this shit like, oh, that's the old Benz. The new Benz just dropped. Now you trying to get the new Benz. Now you putting all of this energy to get some material shit. Just so you can keep up with motherfuckers. That's keeping you spiritually withdrawn. That's a spiritual withdrawal. You can't get on your spiritual journey. You worried about all this shit, all this material shit. And they promote it to you. You know what I'm saying? So you can be trying to get this shit and consume this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want people to be on their spiritual journey in society. Because once you're on your spiritual journey, they're not going to be able to do the bullshit, bro. They're not going to be able to. Once you're on your spiritual journey, you will look at the motherfucking rapper and be like, okay, I already told y'all this shit. Oh, it's an industry plan, etc. You going to know this shit. That's why they want society not to be on their spiritual journey. And they put all this shit in society to keep you. The fucking music's gonna have you vibrating low. The food's gonna have you vibrating low. If you're the organic species, you're not supposed to be eating no meat. It's gonna sit in your stomach. You're not gonna shit that shit out. If you eat meat, you need to get some grapes. Get you some motherfucking grapes. You get some grapes, you're gonna take a shit. You're gonna shit all the meat out, all the shit that you're not supposed to be in there. You're gonna get you some diuretics, some grapes, some watermelon, even if you're the inorganic species. But y'all can eat meat. Y'all don't even need to eat the fruit and all that shit to digest this shit. Cause y'all digestive system, you have a higher hydrochloric acid. So that shit's gonna break it down and you're gonna shit the shit out. My species, the organic species, can't eat meat. That's why motherfuckers be vibrating so low, cause they, just promoting this shit to you. Crab boils and just fucking ribs and all that shit be good. I was telling a Latino homie who was working with this weekend, he was like, I'm about to get some ribs. I'm like, damn, nigga, ribs sound good. I'm like, I ain't ate meat in 2 years, nigga. I ain't ate no fish or none of that shit in the whole year. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we're not even supposed to be eating no meat, bro. I'm like, that shit be good though. Chicken, all that shit be good, nigga. I just can't eat that shit because I know it's gonna lower my vibration. This I'm talking about, but I meet random motherfuckers. This is the energy I be having. You know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be eating no meat. That's for them. You know what I'm saying? But the meat, if you're the organic species, it's going to lower your vibration. If you're the inorganic species, you can eat meat, you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? But if you're the inorganic species and you're eating the candy, the junk food, the drinking soda, all that shit, that's going to lower your vibration, bro. If you're the inorganic species, Asian, Caucasian, etc., and there's nothing wrong with y'all being an inorganic species. That's just the truth. If my species goes to your fucking planet where y'all came from, we will be the inorganic ones on y'all planet. You know what I'm saying? This is just our planet, bro. And the people that's running this shit, they have everybody fucked up in the head. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with you being an inorganic being. If I go to your fucking planet, I'm going to be an inorganic being to your shit. Then y'all could call me an inorganic being because I can't take the energy source that gives y'all energy. The sun is just nothing but, I ain't going to say it's nothing, but the sun is the sun is just the energy source on this planet that gives this energy. The sun is just the energy source on this planet that gives energy to everything on the planet, right? And we happen to be able to take the sun because we're organic to the planet. If we go to Europe, where the fuck y'all came from, y'all have an energy source that gives life to everything on that planet too, that doesn't burn y'all. And we probably get in that light source and it might do something to us because we're not organic to that planet. You know what I'm saying? So the food for the inorganic species, if you're eating the candy, the junk food and all that shit, that's going to lower your vibration. You know what I'm saying? And even for the organic species, for my people, if you're eating the candy and all that shit, it's going to lower your vibration. Red 40, all that shit, it's going to fuck with us more because all the attacks aimed at us. But if you're the inorganic species, it's going to fuck with you too to lower your frequency and vibration too. So y'all going to be conscious and aware of the shit that's going on. Because some of y'all be able to raise y'all frequency, but you got to understand the food, the poison, all that shit's by design, man. It's all by design. So I'm going to just make a little recap because we at 30 minutes. So the music is something that's going to have you spiritually withdrawn because it's going to program all these low vibrational thoughts and manifestations to your subconscious and make you want to manifest that into a reality. And when you manifest that into a reality, you're going to be vibrating low. And when you vibrating low, you ain't going to be able to get on your spiritual journey because you got a bunch of negative energy, right? So the music is one. Two is the food. I like talking about the food because this was the first shit. I was talking about the food shit before I even got on my spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about the food shit before I even started the YouTube channel, but the food shit is something that's going to have you spiritually withdrawn too, especially if you're Black or Latino, because they feeding us like we're all the same. Like I told y'all, like a wolf and a timber wolf, the analogy between a wolf and a timber wolf, how they look similar, but they're different species. They're feeding us like we're all the same species. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you being an inorganic species, but it is something wrong with them feeding my people, the organic species, like we're all the same. And we're getting sick, diabetes, cancer, all this shit from the food. And y'all eat the same shit and nothing happens to y'all because y'all are able to eat meat and all the bullshit. But even with the eating meat and all the bullshit, they putting hormones in the food to fuck with your frequency, with your you know what I'm saying, your cognitive brain function and to lower your vibration. You know what I'm saying? And y'all are already on a lower frequency than us. So with the poison in the food, it's making shit even worse. You know what I'm saying? And the poison that they feed in the food when the organic species consumes the shit, it lowers our frequency and it fucks with our digestive system and our cognitive brain function because we're not able to shit this shit out and it's just sitting in our first brain. It's sitting in our gut. It's just sitting there and we literally walk around full of shit. If you're eating meat, if you're not digesting the shit. If you eating some meat, you take a fast shit, you think that's the meat that you just ate, that's the meat that you ate from like a month ago. Going through the process, the hydrochloric acid is slowly breaking it down because they have a hotter hydrochloric acid. So they're able to break this shit down quicker. Our hydrochloric acid is not going to break that shit down as fast. It's going to break that shit down slower because our shit's made to break down fruits and vegetables because that's our digestive system. Our digestive system is made to break down fruits and vegetables. Their shit, the inorganic species, the Asians, Caucasians, and all that, they can eat meat and break this shit down. You know what I'm saying? So the food is something that's keeping us spiritually withdrawn too. No matter what species you is. They got poison that's fucking with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And three is the material shit that they promote to us to chase. They have these celebrities promote this shit to us. With the celebrities are nothing but puppets. They're slaves. The celebrity, you probably got more money to your name than your fucking favorite rapper. Because they sign these deals and they get signed for 100K, okay? They don't get that whole 100K. They get a budget. You know what I'm saying? And they have to use that budget for studio time, videos, videographies, mixing and mastering, all that shit, clothes, etc. The clothes and all that shit they get to keep to bring to the image, that make you attracted to this shit. They're just puppets to make you want to buy the Balenciaga, buy the Burberry, buy the Gucci and all that shit. That's why they promote this shit. That's why they use people that look like you to promote this shit to you so you can be, oh, I want to get all this material shit. Oh, I want to get the new Gucci shorts, the new Gucci watch and all this bullshit. That's going to take you away. These are spiritual withdrawals that are going to take you off your spiritual journey. And it's set up like that by design. You know what I'm saying? Those are three things. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make a video part 2, but those are three things that are keeping people spiritually withdrawn, stopping people from getting on their spiritual journey. The music is horrible, bro. The music, the food, and all this material shit that they're promoting to society. You know what I'm saying? All this material shit that they're promoting to society. Because it's never enough. It's never enough material shit that you can get, because they're always, the next year's when they pop up with some new shit, and they have it set up by design. All these designers, they probably have shit set up from here away to 2034 of drops that they about to release. Probably just the same shit, just doing little shit, just to, you know what I'm saying, keep on buying this shit, to keep consuming this shit. And they already have the artists that they're going to use to promote this shit to you. In the music videos, you see the shit like, damn, you get a couple dollars, you spend all your motherfucking energy on the motherfucking Gucci fucking clothes and the shirt and all the bullshit, right? It's cool to buy nice shit, but don't let this shit take you off your spiritual journey. Don't be buying all this shit and you just so attached to this material shit that you forget about your purpose and why you on this planet. Because you're not on this planet to wear Gucci and Burberry. That's cool to dress nice and feel good, because when you dress nice, put on good clothes and new clothes, you feel good and raise your vibration. But don't let this material shit distract you and take you from the fact that you're here on a spiritual journey. Don't let this material shit, take you from the fact that you're here on a spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? You buying all this shit. You forget that you here. You forget that you a spirit in the motherfucking soul. You think your ass is a human being besides the fact of that. You just so attached to this material shit, you forget. You don't even think about your purpose. You just want to keep on buying shit. You just want to just, ain't nothing wrong with that. Being fly and all that shit, but don't let this shit take you from your spiritual journey, man. You know what I'm saying? We had 35 minutes. I ain't gonna make this video too long. I hope all y'all vibrating at a high frequency. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. Peace.